What's going on, everybody? And I hope you've enjoyed your Sunday afternoon/evening so far. This is MYG Jeffy T85 here, and I literally probably just lost a couple of years off my life after that game that just happened this afternoon, this evening, between the Brooklyn Nets and the Denver Nuggets. The Nets, the last couple of games, have really been making their fans want to just lose their minds. I mean, after the last game they just had on Friday against Minnesota, where they pretty much held on to lead by 3 points until 1.5 seconds left, and Naz Reid hit a 3-point shot, but the Nets were able to pull off the victory in overtime. Same thing here. Denver was up pretty good in this game to start off of, but the Nets were able to rally and go up by as much as 14 points in this game. 15 points, my apologies. But the Nuggets were able to rally all the way back on a 17-5 run to cut the lead to 2 points. And the Nets were able to get at least one free throw by Bridges. And then a good switch at the end by Nicolas Claxton on a game-trying 3-point shot by Nikola Jokic at the buzzer, and he was able to miss it, and the Nets get a monster win this afternoon and evening against the Denver Nuggets, the number 1 seeded Denver Nuggets, by the final score of 122-120. This is a huge win for Brooklyn. Huge win. This is honestly a game I didn't know if Brooklyn was going to be able to pull off this afternoon/evening. This was a tough game for Brooklyn. Especially with how talented Denver is. And I mean, Nikola Jokic is just, the dude is the MVP. I mean, he had 35 points, 20 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Michael Porter Jr. was killing them from the outside. Aaron Gordon was doing well in the box. Jamal Murray, who was actually quiet this game for Denver. Then you had Bruce Brown, our old buddy Bruce Brown, making some big plays off the bench. But the Nets, they were able to do enough in this game to pull it off. Spencer Dinwiddie, who was actually having a really good game, he almost was the GOAT. Spencer Dinwiddie was almost the one that blew this game because he had a wild turnover with about 35 seconds to go, and then he committed an offensive foul on a play that was originally called on Jokic, but they called the offensive foul after being challenged by Denver and being successful, which gave Denver the ability to have the ball. But Jokic missed the shot near the basket. Brown got the rebound, and he tried to put it up to get the basket in. Missed it. Bridges got the rebound. Nets had to take a side out. Bridges got the ball again, hit 1 of 2 free throws, and then, like I mentioned, with 1.8 seconds to go in the fourth, Nicolas Claxton did enough to throw off Jokic's chance to put up a shot, and the Nets pull off a big win, and the Nets have now won 5 of their last 6 games. This is a huge win by Brooklyn. Huge win. Dinwiddie, like I mentioned, 15 points, 16 assists. He had a steal and a block. He did turn over 3 times, 5 for 15 from the field, 0 for 7 from the 3-point line. So Dinwiddie didn't have the best of shooting nights. He did get to the line 6 times, and he had 6 rebounds. Besides those 2 plays at the end, Dinwiddie was spectacular. He was drawing a whole lot of double teams from Denver the entire game. Mikal Bridges continues to be that offensive force for the Brooklyn Nets. 25 points. He had 1 steal, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds, 7 of 16 shooting, 3 of 8 from the 3-point line, 38 minutes. Nicolas Claxton actually played better offensively this game than he did defensively. Well, at least you know it on the stats. Claxton actually went the whole game without a block shot. But he had 5 assists. He was facilitating the ball very well this game. 6 rebounds. And he had 20 big points for Brooklyn in this game. 8 of 9 shooting, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Try saying that again. 4 of 4 from the free throw line for Nicolas Claxton. Cam Johnson also had some big shots for the Nets. 14 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 5-11 from the field, 29 minutes. Good job by Cam Johnson. And Dorian Finney-Smith had some monster 3-point shots for this team. 15 points, 4 steals, 2 block shots. He did have 4 personal fouls and 2 turnovers. But he also was 5 for 7 from the three-point line, 5 of 8 from the field in 38 minutes. Finney-Smith was spectacular from the field. We needed that from Finney-Smith, and he delivered. And then how about the bench? Seth Curry, Joe Harris, and Royce O'Neal all contributed in points in this game. O'Neal in 29 minutes, 11 points. He had 5 personal fouls, though. 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He was 3 of 7 from the field, from the three-point line. 4 of 9 from the field in 29 minutes. Joe Harris also made some big 3-point shots when he was in the game. 9 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 1 rebound. He was 3 of 6 from the three-point line and 3 of 6 from the field in 13 minutes. And Seth Curry, 19 minutes, 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. The Nets shot 39% from the three-point line, 50% from the court, 42 of 84. Denver also shot 50% from the court. Both teams shot exactly 50%. Denver shot 38% from the three-point line. Denver, though, one of the biggest problems with the Nets, because Claxton didn't rebound, Denver out-rebounded the Nets by 21. That cannot happen. The fact that the Nets were able to win this game after getting out-rebounded by that much is absurd. Denver had 15 offensive rebounds to the Nets 4. The Nets did have more assists, though, 32 to 27. Turnover-wise, this is where the Nets got Denver. They were able to commit Denver to 15 turnovers compared to the Nets' 8. And the Nets did an excellent job defensively at times this game, frustrating the hell out of Jamal Murray, out of Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., all these guys. Condavious Caldwell-Pope didn't really have a big impact either. Whatever happened before with this Nets team, when they were struggling and lost 4 in a row to the Bulls, the Hawks, the Bucks, and the Knicks, the Nets were able to get that monster win against Boston after being down by 28 points on March 3rd, which really started off a trend. And yes, they beat Houston, and Charlotte. And they lost a close one to Milwaukee when they didn't even play their starters or any of their key players. And then that monster overtime win on Friday, and then this big win today against Denver on Sunday. These were huge wins by Brooklyn. The Nets needed to win some of these games against good teams. And so far, since this stretch has begun against Milwaukee, the Nets are 2-1. They've beaten Minnesota, they've beaten Denver, and they just lost they barely lost to Milwaukee. And they have Oklahoma City on the horizon on Tuesday night. Everybody on this team contributed. Finney-Smith with sharp shooting from the three-point line. Bridges driving to the basket. He's been the leader offensively. Dinwiddie facilitating the ball very well. Claxton giving them low post presence in the court. Harris, O'Neal, and Curry hitting key three-point shots. Johnson making big shots. All 8 of those guys did an excellent job for the Nets tonight. And the Nets get a big win tonight against the best team in the Western Conference. And now the Nets are 39-29, 10 games over 500, back to 10 games over 500, and they have a full game lead for 5th place in the Eastern Conference right now over the New York Knicks, whom the Knicks play later on against the Los Angeles Lakers. Nets need to keep winning these games to keep away Miami, keep away Atlanta, and then obviously make sure they keep the Knicks in their background too. The defense for this Nets team has gotten better. It has. Yes, they gave up 120 points, but Denver is an excellent offensive team. But this was a monster win tonight for Brooklyn. Monster win for the Brooklyn Nets. Team win. Huge win. I could not be more happy with what this team has done. And maybe this team just needed to gel a little bit to really show how good this team can be. Now, I'm not saying they'll win a championship. No, not anywhere. But this is their second straight impressive win that they've had in a row. Minnesota is not a bad team. And then they just went to Denver and beat the number one team in the Western Conference. It's not going to get any easier because you got Denver again on March 19th in Brooklyn. And then you got Oklahoma City on Tuesday, and you got Sacramento on Thursday. This is going to be tough, but like I mentioned, the Nets have to win these games. If you want to be considered a serious team in the Eastern Conference, you have to beat these teams. You have to find a way to beat some of these teams. They already took care of Minnesota. They already took care of Denver, and I would argue if they were healthy, they could have beaten Milwaukee. But this was such a great win for the Brooklyn Nets this afternoon/evening. Big win. And Spencer Dinwiddie was almost the GOAT. It was almost the GOAT in this game. And instead, his team helped him out, even though Dinwiddie had a terrific game this afternoon. But that's your BKN game recap, and I'm damn happy with what this team did this afternoon. 122-120. Nets get a huge win this evening against the Denver Nuggets, 39-29, and they have a Tuesday night matchup in Oklahoma City against the Thunder. If you guys like this video, hit that like button below. Sub up to NYG Jeffy T85 for more news, updates, and chatter and game recaps surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on that bell for notifications. The next video or short that will be dropping on the channel surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. And you guys let me know in the comment section what you thought about the Nets' phenomenal win this evening against the Denver Nuggets. And the Nets are back up 10 games over 500 again. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Take it easy and let's go, Brooklyn Nets. It's a Nets world, and we are all just living in it.